I've personally heard about cases, I've worked on cases for the last 3 years, and I know there are Floridians that are being bullied right now.
I want the viewers to understand. Look, I was in Tampa that day, and there were 800,000 other people in Tampa on December 8th, 05. We all could have killed this young man.
We know what they're doing now doesn't work. Not all teachers are great. There's some teachers, some administrators that will not step up to the plate and protect the students.
What you're saying is, should they take the law in their own hands? And let's be realistic. Yeah. Someone who may be 7, 8, 9, 10 did not have the judgment to realize when is a good time to use self-defense.
To prevent, to minimize, to reduce bullying. So children throughout the state of Florida will not have to live with the psychological, the emotional.
Absolutely. I mean, there are two aspects to someone testifying defendant. You have the legal, and the Constitution absolutely protects him from testifying.
Joining us now is David Tirella, a trial attorney who has been working to make Florida's anti-bully laws the toughest in the nation. Good morning.
Thank you, Harry. Good morning.
Why do you want to see this legislation passed?
Well, we have to. I've personally heard about cases, I've worked on cases for the last 3 years, and I know there are Floridians that are being bullied right now. Today, I'm sure, there are students in class in Florida and throughout the state that are in fear. We know there's a problem. We know what the fix is. The social scientists have been telling us since Columbine how to fix it.
Right.
Florida now, I believe, has a bill. If it becomes law, will help students. 2.5 million students. We got to fix the problem today. That's why I'm here.
You know, there'd be school administrators listening to this saying, you know, we're trying to do enough as it is already, and now you're going to put another piece of legislation on us that's going to force us to do a bunch of stuff that we're not even sure whether it works or not. What would be your response to that?
Here, my position is this. We know what they're doing now doesn't work. Not all teachers are great. There's some teachers, some administrators that will not step up to the plate and protect the students. Right now, lawyers and judges have to get involved. This law, if it becomes law in Florida, will put the focus on the prevention. We don't want the victimization later. We don't need the lawyers. We want the therapists. We want the teachers to step in. We want the parents to help.
Why are you so personally involved? Because quite honestly, this takes business off your plate.
It does.
If the bullying goes away, then that's one less trial you're going to be involved in.
That's
Why
true.
are you so personally involved?
That's true, and I heard about it. I had a case recently that we won. And I thought that would be it, and I'd work on other cases. But I received calls from all over the country from parents, as recently as the other day, asking to get involved, thanking me for getting involved. We have a problem. We have an answer. Florida has an answer. If we pass this law, we have an answer. So I want to do something. I want to help these kids before they're injured. That's what I want to do, to help Bobby Bean. That's why I'm here to help.
All right, David, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
I do appreciate it.
We're also joined in the field by David Tirella, the civil and criminal defense attorney who previously represented the Tomlinson family. And it's great to see you again as well. David, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Lisa. Thanks for inviting me back.
Well, David, let me start with you because you are right there outside the courthouse as we wait for this jury to come back with the verdict. And I want to let our viewers know that, of course, if they have a question, comment, or verdict, we will break in immediately live and take that for you. In the meantime, David, do you think the prosecution put this case away beyond a reasonable doubt?
You know, I do, Lisa. I think they did. I think they put pieces together of the puzzle, and at times they had to force some pieces in, polish some pieces up. But at the end of the day, I think after a week of testimony, they clearly proved their burden that there is clearly enough evidence for this jury to come back with a first-degree murder charge. And I think we can go through some of the evidence that is shocking, overwhelming, and I think was very, very persuasive. Really starting from the opening and ending in the closing. So I think they proved what they needed to, but you and I know that, you know, there's a human element to jury selection and jury's decision, deliberation, and in the end, we really don't know. We really don't know until the end, but I think the prosecution did what they needed to do.
Well, when you talk about polishing evidence and forcing it in, it doesn't sound all that compelling to me. So what one or two pieces of evidence did you think were the most compelling?
Well, I think if you start from what Gene said earlier, that a number of witnesses put Joshua at the scene, either at the home, a few steps away, or at the crime scene, before and after. That's key. And the second piece of the puzzle, I think, is very important, is the sequence. We understand that the defense has said that Joshua was running. Now, Lisa, think about this. I'm a runner. But I don't run with ceremonial gloves on, a flashlight, nail clippers. I don't run at 7 p.m. in total darkness, and I've been to the crime scene, run through very dangerous terrain, that is wooded areas. So there was an open field where he could have ran all day long, but he chooses an hour before his ceremony, we're led to believe, to run through wooded area.
Well,
I'm
with you on that, and I'm a runner too, and I've made that comment as well. On the other hand, it doesn't seem to me those nail clippers were used in any way in connection with the murder. I mean, I don't know how you would use nail clippers, maybe to dispose of evidence, DNA under the fingernails, but he didn't clip the nails of the victim. And yes, there was some DNA of the victim on those nail clippers, but it could have been transferred against him. But jurors often do, don't they?